Well, good morning, everybody. I'm a little stopped up, nasally, not backed up, like Candace says. So before I go any further, because I don't want to waste precious recording hours, how is the sound? How is the sound? Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Joy K. Minky, what's up, girl? True Crime Beat. She was a hot topic on the show yesterday. She was a hot topic. Tanya Rodriguez, girl, where you been? I have missed you. Just me. She says, wave to the grands as you pass Missouri at DT. Are you having an affair with my husband, Susan? He goes to Missouri quite a bit. I might have to get that little lie detector on you, Susan. There's Melanie. Angel, what is up, everybody? Okay, so thank goodness it's working. Thank goodness. Well, it is hump day, and it officially feels like fall. It officially feels like fall. Crisp in the morning to where you have to put on a sweatshirt, maybe, and then you're sweating your ass off around 1 p.m. Loving it, loving it, loving it. True Crime Beat said, not in Florida. See, you and Jinbug have, totally different weather, but the attitudes are similar because you see, you all don't know what wintertime is. You don't know what springtime is. You don't know what fall is. You guys just have a regular temperature. It's either hot or tolerable hot. Yeah, like Diva just said, not in Florida. It's hot as hell. Now, Melanie's down there near the Red River. She said it was 70 around 2 a.m. this morning. Ooh. Well, maybe the cool weather's going to come get you. I don't know. True Crime Junkie. Oh, I can't believe in months it's Christmas again. Where did the year go? Well, I'd like to know too. It seemed like when I was a kid, it took forever to get through the school year. And now in a blink, it's New Year's. It seems like January is never ending. And then next thing you know, we're decorating for Halloween. It is the craziest thing. Okie Bree is like me. We got all 4 seasons here. That's it. Heaven's Little Angel said, I'm upset that I have to wear pants now and socks. Pants and socks. Did I see Claremore, Oklahoma? Yes, that's my hometown. How's it going in the Big C? How's it going? Do they still have the best Taco Bueno in the world? Are my Claremore zebras doing good? Melanie, I thought about putting up my Christmas tree. I know. I'm very close to it. I'm going to surprise DT Driver and put it up. But first, let's celebrate. It's hump day. We are almost to the weekend. Let's say hi to Mike.
Oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woohoo! And who's wearing pink? Raise your hand if you're wearing pink today. I've got my pink on. It says, Okie Proud. Yes, we do. And if you want your own, we wear pink on Wednesday's shirt. The model does not come with it. Yes, that is me, and that is the shirt. You send me an email at cll72020@gmail.com, and I will hook you up. Now let's take a second and tell everybody good morning. Hold on. Just me wants to know, did anyone hear from Stacy? I saw her in Discord. She is healing gradually from her surgery, and I have a feeling it was painful. Carrie G said, I didn't even know it was Wednesday. You're telling me. Ooh, token. I'm wearing my new bubblegum pink loafers today. Well, damn. What kind are they? Where'd you get them? Shay's getting ready for a business trip. We have a lot going on today. I really apologize that the show got messed up yesterday, but nothing I can do with technology. I know it was frustrating for me, frustrating for you guys, but we're finishing it today. We are finishing it today. So, even with the interruption from my welfare StreamYard, I had a lot of comments yesterday, so let's look at what you guys are saying about these polygraphs and other things. As the plot thickens, hey, Brooks, remember when Marlena was at Candace's house with her daughter, and Journey said she knew Summer was already going somewhere. Candace had a suitcase packed up for Summer, so I believe Candace gave her to someone else and waited for those people to be far away before she called 911. Woo! 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 Yes, Marlena did say that. And don't discount what Marlena says. She really has no reason to lie and put her daughter out there, and let's face it, she really has nothing to gain, okay? And then Donna replied to As a Plot Thickens and says, not to mention the Amber Alert, they put a picture of Summer with long hair when she had a boy haircut. She was actually scalped to the bone. Sick. Sickening. Peas in a Pod, who was also the captain of our coin pusher team. Peas in a Pod, are you in here? Said Candace showed us within days she was happy Summer's gone. Even doing one interview and all. Water park pics tell the truth. I promise. I'm telling you. Grinning from ear to ear, her and Grandis. In my opinion, I believe Candace went to Fred's for help hiding Summer. Fred wasn't home, but Chad was there. Truth is, Fred was there. Fred has admitted that he was there with Chad, with Laura, when Candace showed up. Maybe Chad helped her or told her who to call. Dawn then went to Fred's to find out if he saw what Candace had done or knew, but didn't ask him those words, in my opinion. And I agree, Peas in a Pod, it goes without saying. It's why Dawn was so desperate to talk to the oldest boy during their visit, because he knows Candace didn't tell him the truth about that day, in my opinion. And I agree. As much as I cannot stand Dawn, and I don't like Dawn, he seems to be more confused in this scenario than everyone. Vicky Ham said this is hard to listen to towards the end. It's so choppy. Again, I apologize for that. Not my fault. Ziggy has been warned that Fred can be dangerous. She says, as much as I can't stand Ziggy, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to her. Exactly. Exactly. We don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. She said, I've never trusted Fred, and now hearing he's chatting with other women just proves he can't be trusted. Well, I can tell you something right now. If DT Driver was sitting around chatting with other women, he'd be getting his phone out of Oologah freaking Lake. Oologah Lake. Now then, who really needs, well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, polygraphs make zero sense. To Boy Mama, Susan, Outdoorsy Life, True Crime Beat, Angel P, me, and most of them turn out, believe it or not, inconclusive. You know who successfully gets accurate readings on a polygraph? It is people like Chris Watts. People that are so riddled with guilt to the bone, and they are so worried about being caught that they can actually, with their poly, help the police. Now, people that are cool with their behavior, like Adam Montgomery, I'm going to go ahead and say like Dawn and Candace, that they are so fine with the way they live, they skate right through them. I mean, think about it. It's truth. You know, that's it. So take a gander at this with me, please. Now, I'm not picking on Ziggy, but she has put herself in this, and she has married someone that may or may not be a suspect. According to several people above my pay grade, he is suspicious, not a suspect.
Go into the VMV. So,
damn, that's loud. Now, why is it a big deal getting Fred his identification? Can someone answer that for me? Why didn't he already have one?
So he walks in there, right? Okay, so we're going to say is a Facebook Messenger message. So I'm going to have it up to the mic. Turn your volumes up. Everyone get your volumes turned up. I'm going to give you. All right, so they're inside the DMV.
You have a W-2, 1099, or pay stub that has your whole social. You have a W-2, 1099, or a pay stub that has your whole social. No, I don't. That's the only thing we can use into a social security card. Last time they told us we have. Does this have your social security on it? This is his ID from.
Very odd to me that his probation officer didn't have an issue with him going to Tennessee, and that he has no proper identification credentials. And I'm pretty sure his new probation officer makes him piss in a cup. And for that, you have to show identification. Jean Ellen said, I believe Fred is very willing to take a test. Well, yeah. With softball questions, sure, anybody would.
Tennessee, a copy of his ID from Tennessee.
I get my social security card and stuff, so I have an ID to get it.
Yeah, and last time we were here, they said just bring in, because of our situation, just make sure we bring in some mail and stuff, and that they would, because last time they were like trying to work with us because of what we're going through, and
Hi, just me.
it's been a nightmare.
What are they going through? What is she talking about? What we're going through? What are they going through? What did Summer go through? If Summer is still alive, hopefully she is, imagine what she is going through now. And why is it so important for Fred the newlywed to get his identification now? Tennessee DJ said, why record this? I'd like to know too. I guess to show everybody what they're going through. And maybe somebody will chalk up some cash. You know, the 15th's right around the corner when it's time to pay the electric bills.
Like he's been here a year without ID, and he has to take he has to have the ID for a test coming up Saturday, and they won't let him take it. So it's been a nightmare. Yeah, I apologize. We can't issue ID at all without a social security card. I didn't say that last time. You can do it W-2 at 1099 or a pay stub from any year, but it has to contain the whole social security number on it. It can't just have one. He's on disability. So they send it to 99. But he's moved, and we can't get any mail. We can't do anything and change anything without ID or any type of identification. You don't have a 1099 from previous year? No, because all the stuff is stolen. Like, he has energy. Your account and his bank statement, and I have to have the social security number to get him. Here's a court document with his social security. Yeah, we are limited to those four documents. The card, the W.
Tell Laura to clean up the trailer. There's got to be some old ID around there. How's he getting his social security disability? Because Ziggy didn't just marry him for his good looks and great reputation.
Do 1099 or pay stub, that's all we can accept. They don't make any exceptions. They said last time that we could come in and bring it. I don't know who you were speaking with, but I apologize. That is incorrect. This is serious. We have to take a lie detector this Saturday. He can't pick up medications, nothing. I mean, I understand. I'm just telling you, I cannot issue.
He can't pick up medications, nothing. Oh. What medications do you need that you have to show an ID for? Can someone tell me? He has to have an ID for his lie detector on Saturday. Now I'm not picking on anyone that has to show an ID when they get their prescriptions. But if they are so against opiates and stuff like that, then it wouldn't be anything that you would have to show an ID for. Joanne said pain meds. Tennessee DJ said narcotics. Wanda, pain meds. Okay. Not judging, just asking.
I don't know who you were speaking with, but I apologize. That is incorrect. This is serious. We have to take a lie detector this Saturday. He can't pick up medications, nothing. I mean, I understand. I'm just telling you, I cannot issue an ID. You can't get a social security without an ID. So I don't know how to get a social security card without an ID card. I don't know what to tell you. I apologize. Can we talk to the manager? I am the manager. Can we talk to that guy that's got here?
I am the manager.
And we have been trying and trying. The guy that came in between after us is here on well, he was here last time, and we've tried and tried and tried. It's crazy. He doesn't have a 1099. It doesn't have to be from the specific year. It could be from any year. But it has to have that whole social security number on it. Any W-2 from a previous year, if you've had a job ever. His gosh, he hasn't had a job for 20 years. I mean, that's fine. As long as it has the whole social security. How would he get that? Maybe reach out to that employer and see if they can, because they have to keep record of all that, of course. What employer can you think of in the past?
None of us still in business.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I apologize. I'm not trying to be
What?
difficult. I understand that I just have rules that we have to follow.
Frank said they take ID if you're behind in child support. Does he pay child support? I know him and Laura's children obviously don't live with either one of them. Would it be that hard to get his birth certificate? Ellie Mae said, isn't driving license and ID? Well, I would think, but these people don't exactly care about having a license to operate a motor vehicle. No, That doesn't occur to them.
And I apologize. There was other alternatives on that thing, on that paper we were given. Yeah, those 4 documents. We can use a W-2, a 1099, a pay stub, or a 3 card. Gosh, last time they were so much more like, they're like, just bring some mail and we'll get it figured out. Because we didn't have mail last time, and they said they make exceptions. Plus, I had my daughter with me. You guys would give my daughter, a child, an ID. They require the same documents. I know. Because we didn't have mail. A bill for a child. How do you have bill for your child in your name? And usually we have school documents that come for children. Well, they didn't have she was online. So that's the problem. So, so we're just screwed, basically. We can't ever get ID. I mean, if you can get, we've been trying for 2 years. You don't understand, like, when we went to Tennessee. I apologize. I can't.
I'm confused why she feels the need to speak for him, or why she's even there. I'd be like, you and your pumpkin pie haircut, go down to the DMV and get your freaking license. They'll give you a temporary on paper. The real copy will come in the mail within a week or so. But it's always Fred said, Fred said, Fred said, Fred said. But it seems to me that it's Ziggy said, Ziggy said, Ziggy said, Ziggy said.
Anything without that. I can't even create a file within my system without a social security card. It is in our policy. I have to have it. Like, if we got a printout of a social security card, it has to be like original. All of our documents have to be original sealed copies. If I had any leeway, I would do that, but I don't. I apologize. Because when we called them, they're like, we don't understand why you can't get ID. Like, every single time, it's just like nightmare. Like, I don't understand. If we go to a different branch, it could be different. I know, but like last time they were like different, and they were telling us that they could, if we brought it in you don't understand how much we've been going through for years over this. He can't even do anything without an ID. It's a legal document he has to have. Do you have my other? Okay, it's right here. This is crazy. Well, once again, did not get it. That's the same shit we deal with every time.
So you ask why this was put on recording. Because, like Carol G says, Cher had a lie detector set up for last Saturday. He needed an ID for the lie detector test. So sounds to me like somebody didn't want to take the test. Okay? Not that I care. Because I think polygraphs are really, really stupid. And it's not that hard to get your identification. Unless you've been married 7 times and can't find all your paperwork. Okay? So it sounds to me that this whole video was put together to make it look like they can't take the test, or he can't. Okay, so we spoke about this yesterday. I went to, look at that, BBB accredited business, Global Polygraph Network. Woo, woo. You know, he can use his ID from Tennessee. I don't think after our conversation with these people yesterday, they really care where it came from. Okay. So again, let's see, select a state. All right. So we're going to do Indiana because that's where he was obviously going to have it. What would be the closest to Ziggy? I'm going to guess, well, they need examiners all over the place. Shit. How far is Lafayette, Indiana from where Ziggy is? She's outside of Indianapolis. I'm just going to go with Indianapolis, okay? Schedule exam here. All right. All right. Monday, they're closed. They're closed most days. Saturday, they're closed. So I would like to know where they were planning to go. Michigan, Ohio, Joliet. That's well, that's way out there. Terre Haute's on the other side of the damn state. Fort Wayne's way north. Angola's way north. Gary, Indiana. Whoo-hoo. Fred would like it there. Fred would like it there. I'm going to call him up and let's see how they said that a test was being done on a Saturday when we can clearly see they have no examiners available on Saturdays. They have Tuesday, noon to 4, and Sunday mornings. And I'm just going to guess Ziggy and Fred are not church-going people. They don't have to worry about disrupting the Lord's day.
Polygraph Network. A representative will be with you shortly. Please note, calls may be recorded for quality assurance. Please stay on the line.
Polygraph, may I help you?
Hello, I called yesterday about my friend Shannon, and it turns out she wants to have her polygraph done in Indiana. I think Indianapolis would be the best place, and I see you guys are available, what's it say, Monday afternoons and Sunday mornings. Now, I know in Chattanooga, go ahead.
Okay, so ma'am,
What's
I would
that?
like to tell you how this process, I would like to explain the actual process.
Yeah, please.
So, what is your first name, please?
My name is Brooks, but it's not for me, it's for Shannon.
Okay, so I'm going to gather some information, and
Okay.
then we'll discuss the details of polygraph.
Okay.
So, your first name is
Brooks, Brooks.
Is that your first name or your last name?
I know, it's crazy. It's my first name. I'm the girl with 2 last names.
That's
It's my great-grandmother's maiden name.
All right, and your last name?
Jones, Jones.
Okay, common spelling of both, Jones. And then what's the zip code for the Indianapolis area that you're inquiring about?
Just the one on your website. Let's see. I'm looking at it
So-
right here. Indianapolis, select. Let's see. I don't, it doesn't give me a zip code. It just shows one.
Okay, ma'am, I can't look at a map until I have a zip code. So I need a zip code for Indianapolis if you have it.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. 46077.
I think there's more than one zip code. So I have 46077.
Yeah, there's a lot of zip
So-
codes.
I'm sure there is. But this should be covering most of the Indianapolis area.
Okay.
So
It's on
Indianapolis,
it's on Willowview Road.
Indiana. I don't go to the location. So that's why I want to explain the process to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure. So in the Indianapolis, Indiana area, okay?
Mhm.
The testing for whoever wants to take the test.
Hold on, you're cutting out. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So testing in the Indianapolis, Indiana area
Mhm.
is $1,800, $1,850. Okay?
Okay.
There
How
is
come
a-
it's so much
there
more
is-
expensive? Because in Chattanooga, where I was sending Shannon, it was $950.
Okay, ma'am, I don't set the pricing. That is done by the owner, depending on the location and the specifics of the examiners in that area.
Mhm.
So for this particular area, it is $1,850 per test. There is a $925 deposit that is required once you register. Then the examiner will get in touch with you or Shannon to discuss an appointment and
Okay.
discuss the remaining balance that is due. And then to let you know the $925 is non-refundable. So if she changes her mind and does not want to take the test, then that would not be refunded back.
Okay. Okay, she's aware of that. Let me see if I
So
can.
if she wants,
Let me see if
so
I
if
can.
she's wanting,
If I get Shannon on the line. Okay, so I mean, this is really important because she's facing a divorce. Her husband
I
thinks.
understand that.
Mhm.
I understand it, ma'am, but I don't do the scheduling. We are not scheduling today. Scheduling is not available today.
Mhm.
I would need to get her information, and then she would have to use a credit card, paying the $925. We would submit that to the examiner, and within 2 to 3 business days, there would be a response back to schedule the appointment and discuss the remaining balance that would be due.
Okay. Fine by me. This is up to Shannon. It's her money. She makes a lot of money. So
Okay, so ma'am, I'm just telling you the specifics on when you said you wanted to go to a certain location. That's discussed between the examiner and the person taking the exam.
okay. All right. All right.
I'm just giving you specific details on the process so you both understand that there is a certain criteria on how this is done.
No, I totally understand. Okay, so who gets to pick the questions?
They're preset. There is no selection of questions. So if she's wanting to take an exam to prove her innocence, say on drug or
Adultery.
infidelity,
Yeah, infidelity. Mm-hmm.
then those tests are already preset. So the test, she would go to the exam. The examiner would ask a question or two, and that would give them the validity on whether she was being truthful or not. They would give her a verbal confirmation on whether it was a pass or fail, according to the question that was asked.
Mhm.
If she's wanting something in writing, the examiner can provide that to her within 10 business days.
Okay. Now, what documentation does she need to bring with her to the examiner?
I don't know of any documentation that needs to be brought.
Okay, so she
Is
can
this
just show up.
court-ordered, or is this just
All right.
once the examiner and her establish a date and time? If there's something that she feels that she needs to bring, she can discuss that with the examiner.
Okay, but you don't know of any
Is this-
documents she needs to bring. Okay.
Is this court-ordered?
No. Gosh, no.
Okay, so if it's not court-ordered, she would just schedule the exam with the examiner, and they would meet at the agreed-upon location and time,
Mhm.
and then she would take the test. He would give her a verbal confirmation. If she needs something in writing, they could get that to her within 10 business days.
Okay, fine. So if she fails it, can she take it again?
It would cost the same amount all over again.
Really? Okay, so there's no redos. Okay, I got you. All right. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, and I will give her all this information, and she's going to get that scheduled. Her husband keeps thinking that she's been having an affair because he has herpes. I think he's the one that should have the test.
I mean, that's between them, who's going to take the test. So, I mean, if she's wanting to take the test, or if they both want to take the test, it would be $200 off the second exam for couples.
Really? Huh.
So it would be $1,850 each minus the $200 for the second exam. So it'd be $1,850 and $1,650.
1850.
And they would.
Let me write this down. 1850 and 1650 for them both to take it. Okay.
Right, and then they would still have the initial deposit that they both would have to pay, and that is non-refundable. They can both they can go online and fill out the registration, or you can call back in or she can call back in, and because we'll need to ask specific information. And then if she has a credit card she'd like us to bill the $925 to, we can do that as well.
Okay, absolutely. Yep. Do you guys have like any like bonus deals, specials, or anything like coupon day?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Just she's gonna ask me. She's real frugal like that.
Oh, I know.
She is. She is. With all this money she's paying for Valtrex for her husband, I get it. I get it. So that's really interesting. So I think, we will get that set up. Let me talk to her and I'll call you back. Is this a good number to call you back?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. You have a great day, ma'am.
You too. Bye-bye. Learned a lot. Okay, there's no coupon day and you don't need an ID to get this done. Okay. Wow. And if 2 people go, you get a $200 discount. But there's no coupon day. Shit. Okay. My gosh. What to do? Hey, Shannon, why didn't you grab the link and come up here and talk to the woman about your pretend husband and the pretend herpes? Always letting me down. Damn it. All right, there's a StreamYard link for anybody that wants to come up. Mama Bear, I can't believe you asked if there was a coupon day. Hey, there's always a good deal to be had, especially when we're talking, about things like that, And Shannon is very frugal. She really is. She is. But we know we have been lied to. They said you do not need an ID. You do not need an ID. Okay? Well, Shannon's pretend husband didn't need an ID to get the pretend herpes. So, hey, whatever. Seems to me that a lot of people are lying on Summer's name. Well, either way. Hold on. What's beat? Military discounts or senior discounts? I'll call back. Well, hello, Angel on Earth. How are you? You're muted. I like when we do.
Hello. Sorry.
I like when we do our own deep dives and we go straight to the source. How are you doing today, honey?
Good. I just want to let the chat know. The other night on Shares, and on Brooks, I know you don't have a problem with her, but I have opinions. She admitted that she didn't pay for a deposit for that polygraph to be set up because he never discussed it with her. So it was never set up for October 4th, like she said. And she didn't pay the deposit. And she has scammed this community for years. Like Summer Wells paid for her teeth. Chris Watts paid for her trip to Canada. The community has paid for her to be married, which she still is not. And she scammed this community to support Quentin Simon's family to go to Georgia, and she never did.
Yep.
And everyone's defending her, and I can't stand it. I don't think she's going to donate to Brandy Neal.
No. I don't see it happening either. I hope she does. I
do too, but I doubt it. It just,
but we
people need to quit defending her. And after the 21st, if she don't donate that money, I'm reporting her. Her channel needs taken down. She's robbing the community.
But no, I totally get what you're saying. I don't understand who keeps going back to, no pun intended, the well with these certain people.
I don't know.
Skylar said she put a different cash app for Brandy. I gave Brandy's cash app. Skylar said,
but she's putting up one that isn't Brandy's cash app. So what I'm thinking is it's her cash app and she's using Brandy Neal's name. So be careful, everybody.
Well, people can donate directly to Brandy. Okay. If anybody wants her cash app, let me know. I mean, I can put it in the chat right now. I gave it to Leah, and somebody else emailed me and said Cher had some money for Brandy. I didn't know anything about this whole lie detector thing. Okay, I had no idea, or polygraph thing. And I was just like, oh, okay. And so they have the Cash App. I sent them a screenshot of my Cash App app.
Well, Cher slipped up the other night in her live too and said, I can't pay it till the 21st. And then she in turn said, I only got so much money in Cash App and I can't donate till the 21st. And I put in the chat, Cash App and, StreamYards are two different payments. Cash App is an instant payment. So, and they deleted my comment.
Cash App, you can get instantly or within 2 days. The 21st is when she gets her YouTube settlement. And StreamYard comes out depending on what package you have, either on the 11th or the 15th. All of that is separate.
What she was saying was her Cash App won't pay out till the 21st. And then that's when I put that in the chat and she deleted it.
Oh, okay. Well, if she got $45, go ahead and, send it over.
So I'm going to jump down.
Are you okay, babe? I hope you're not
Yeah.
upset with me. I'm not
No,
here.
no, I'm not.
I can't stand this shit. Because
No, I'm not upset with you.
it's a deflection from Dawn, Candace, and Grandis.
Yeah, and Candace is a mod in her chat. So what's that tell you?
What? Repeat?
Candace is a mod and Voices Behind the Wall chat. She's a scammer. That's nothing worse. She's evil. She takes money from the community, that people that keep giving to her to fund her life. And Mark is in on it. He thinks it's funny. She sits back and laughs at everybody because she thinks everyone's community is stupid.
Wow. Candace is a mod in 4 channels. So Andrew, Cher, Daisy, and who else?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you, hon. I'm trying to figure out
with the Chris Watts community. You remember that woman that used to come in our chat a long time ago? Her name was Mama Kim.
Yes.
Okay. She to me, I had a group for the Chris Watts thing on Facebook. She talked to me and Mama Kim. She had her advocate for her because the community quit. I mean, her YouTube got Cher's YouTube got canceled and everything because of the debacle over what she did to those pets in her trailer when she was younger. And she was bashing other people and people quit following her. So Mama Kim asked me to let her in my group. Well, she used my group to get back on YouTube. And then she wouldn't talk to me and treated me like crap afterwards.
Wow. Mama Bear said she's a mod in Cher's group, Andrew's, Dippy's, and Daisy's. I'm surprised she's not one on White Boys. But what is she doing modding for Cher? She has gone off on Cher for years, saying Cher
I don't know.
Donnie, Cher was sending distasteful pictures to Donnie, all that stuff.
Last night she was in that. You heard of? I don't know that Haley Deshay.
Haley Deshay.
Have you heard of her?
No, I do not.
Yeah. She has a channel. It was called Sinister Shadows, and now it's like Backwoods Barbie Betrayal. I don't know. She's stupid. But she was in Cher's chat last night crying because certain people, certain creators are picking on her, and they're calling her a clown, and they're just tearing her all apart. Well, she did some things recently, and she's working with Cher. Mama Bear could tell you more about this because I don't want to put names out, but Mama Bear might be able to. But she's married, and she was trying to get with this guy in Mama Bear's community. And then she was sending messages to Fred Hill while Ziggy is doing lives trying to make money. And she's a home wrecker.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
And Cher's in on it, trying to get answers and stuff.
Well, I can
Because
tell you.
Cher's her best friend.
Well, I mean, they seem like they're not very good friends right now. If somebody was messaging my husband, I'm telling you, his phone would be at the bottom of Ulagal Lake. And the next phone
Right.
would have a totally different phone number. And I would put the contacts in myself.
See, Mama Bear can explain it better. I don't know the whole situation. I'm going to admit that. I knew that she's messaging this guy. And I don't know if he was setting her up or what, but that's what I get. But I could be wrong. So I'm going to jump down.
Okay, girlfriends, thanks for coming up. Everybody, big round of applause for our good friend, Angel on Earth. Look what these people are doing to little Summer Wells' case. We already know this polygraph wasn't going to happen. For one, you don't need an ID. So that was nothing but wasted Wi-Fi to take a video at the DMV. We know how much it would cost for a polygraph in Indianapolis. We did our own deep dive. Now let's get back to the real people we need to look at. Not saying Fred is not involved in this somehow, somewhere. Even knowing is knowing, okay? I'm not saying he did anything to Summer. We do not know what happened. At this point, all we know is what the TBI has said. Summer did not wander off. Summer was not abducted. Okay? So when we go back to the behavioral panel, we go back to Dr. Phil, we go to the interview, or not the interview room, well, that could be one of them too. The interview with Brian Inton when he was talking to Don Wells. Every one of them have said, this is going to be someone you know. Let's get to a confession Don made.
Jonathan Lee Riches investigates, where is Summer Wells? Summer Wells, she was 5 years old when she went missing June.
Does anybody know what vitamins Jonathan Lee Riches takes? Because I need me some of those. That dude never misses a beat. He's all over the place. I mean, the minute something hits, he is live.
15th, 2021. She has still not been found. She vanished. Last seen around her property where her parents, Don and Candace Wells, lived. Rogersville, Tennessee, Hawkins County. Where is Summer Wells? Let's talk about Don Wells because I'm going to share a clip of Don Wells. This is very disturbing, but it must be shared with everyone to bring insight into who Don Wells is. This is shocking to the core. Let me just say, it's dealing with Don Wells, his bedroom, sleeping with Summer Wells. He admits he slept with Summer Wells. And
I'm going to say this right now. If it was any other parent saying that my child sleeps with me, I wouldn't think anything of it. Or, you know, when it's thundering out, or if my child has watched something that they found a little scary or something, or they had a bad day at school, you know, they sleep in the bed with me. I wouldn't think anything about it. But when I hear that it's Don and Candace, I get sick. I get sick. Okay? Especially since Kant has spoken very candidly to Jinkies, saying she wasn't worried about endangerment or neglect because she already knew she was just going to sign the boys over. She was worried about a sexual abuse charge. You heard it. Or as we call it around here, not SA, ST. It's beyond abuse to do that to a child. It's torture. Sexual torture charge is what they should call it. Okay?
I want to share this clip right here, and then we will further discuss. Check it out.
Girl, she slept in between me and Candace for 5 years straight.
Why?
Because I tried to get her sick in her own bed, and she come to me one night. I said, Summer, you're sick in your own bed. She went in there and laid down, and she come back. She was with tears in her eyes. She says, but Daddy, I just want to be with you. And I says,
Right.
Okay, Summer. I couldn't tell her no.
Yeah.
How do you tell your little girl no when she wants to sleep with you? I can't.
It-
It's impossible.
Oh my wow. Oh, gives me goosebumps. It makes me mad listening to that.
Well, that creepy voice he uses. But Daddy, I just want to sleep with you. Why is this even a conversation? All right, so your child gets in bed with you. It's storming. It's too dark. They don't have a nightlight. You want to sleep. Yeah, jump in the bed. Sometimes it's the only way for a parent to get some sleep. But he changes it. He makes it sound, well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. He makes it sound like it was a come on. It's nasty.
Summer Wells was 5 years when.
And don't forget, Candace told Jinkies she was afraid her and Donnie were going to get an SA charge.
5 years old when she went missing. Don Wells claims he slept with her for 5 years straight. That's not normal, people. That's not normal for a father to sleep with their little girl from the time they're born all the way up to around when they went missing. What is going on here? Could that have been a motive for Don Wells to do something with Summer? I say that because Don Wells is the prime suspect in the disappearance of his little girl, Summer.
They have attorneys.
Who is investigating this case, saying that the parents are not cooperating.
Investigators say Candace Bly and Donald Wells are no longer cooperating with the investigation into the disappearance of their daughter.
Okay. We have heard this since March of 2022. Don and Candace are not cooperating. I'm going to go ahead and help them with that sentence. They never did. Okay? I'm going to fix it for them. Also, Grandis is not cooperating. When she was spoken to that day, when Ronnie Lawson said they are not cooperating, what did she do after being silent for almost a year? She goes on camera and says, well, they know where I'm at. I had to call them back in December about some YouTubers. And I'm like, okay, so you call about YouTubers, but you don't call them about your granddaughter that's missing? You don't call them about your granddaughter that's missing. Piss on Candace. Piss on Candace and Dawn. As a grandma, you could do better. And I'm telling you, if Candace does one of those ancestry DNA kits, it's going to turn out she's She's probably very closely related to her Uncle Warren. Okay?
Summer Wells. Were they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
Is the family still cooperating? I know you said obviously Dawn's there, but like the mother and all those other people, are they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
Now, I've shared that clip numerous times, but I'm going to remind you again. Don Wells, there could be possibly motive here because CPS, DCS in Tennessee, it's called DCS. Other states, it's called CPS, Child Protective Services, the agency that looks into kids. We're investigating Don Wells right before Summer Wells went missing. It's interesting because Don Wells claims out of his own mouth that they were up there because his boys were around shotguns, and shotguns are around guns around the kids. But I think it could be something more to this, right? I think possibly was Don sleeping with Summer and doing inappropriate things with Summer. I say that with genuine concern here, and he was being investigated, and then suddenly, DCS was looking into the matter, and suddenly Summer vanishes. The evidence gone. Evidence of bad things to Summer Wells. It's terrifying considering that Don Wells has a 40-year criminal history in and out of jails, institutions, prisons, all across the country. Utah, Texas, Arkansas, Florida, Hillsborough County, Florida, Tennessee.
Thank you so much, Cat OG. Look at this. Lisa Perkinson just got a YouTube membership from Cat. Sammy Sparrow, welcome back. Country Butterfly. Amanda Chesney. Eileen Driscoll. Woo! Always late. Super Nanny. My goodness. What on earth? What on earth? You all thank Cat OG. Disgusting. And I know there was a couple of questions about, who's Uncle Warren? Well, he's this guy. This is Warren Hare. He's one of the most famous pedos in Wisconsin. He is dangerous. And he is Grandis's brother. Okay, now look at him. Now look at Candace. Okay, there's Candace. And there's Warren. Maury says, you might be the daddy, Warren. There's Warren. There's Can. There's Can. There's Warren. Warren's prettier than you, Candace, but hey. Mama Bear said, is he her daddy? I'll ask, damn it. I've just kind of always thought when the first time I saw his picture, I'm like, wow, I've never seen a niece look exactly like their uncle. Talk about a cornbread mafia.
What in the world is going on here? Do you think the system has failed Summer Wells? Do you think DCS could have taken action before she went missing? It's scary to think. I can say that no child is safe around Don and Candace Wells, and it's a good thing that DCS has taken their boys away from them, right? And also, you know, the boys taken away from them is connected to Summer Wells' case in some way.
Of course it is. That's old news. But I wanted to hear Don's confession. Twister said that tree grows upside down. That tree has one root and one limb. Okay? That's it. Candace looks absolutely nothing like her older sister and her younger sister. Nothing like them. Nothing like them. And all we hear about is how Candace, she's just a little slow, but she just has a really good heart. Okay. Well, they've said that about a lot of people over the years. Matter of fact, Daisy's one of the people that said, well, we just know her heart. She's got a really good heart, Brooks. Brooks, she's just such a child. You're just a judgmental child, Brooks. That's all you do is you just judge Candace. That's all you do, just judge Candace. God gave me discernment. Miss Kay said, what does their dad look like? I'll put his picture up here in a second. Nothing like Candace. Nothing like Candace. Let me put it that way. Nothing like Candace.
Let's do it again so you guys can listen. And I want you to hear it. As soon as she says, I'm here, can I help you? Or what's going on? You'll hear it. You also hear Summer in the background saying, and help me. And he always tries to, Candace says, he always tries to hurt my daughter.
What are we doing as Summer's Army pissing away money at a private polygraph, putting down deposits, which we know did not happen, going to the DMV as if anybody wants to go there? The DMV is one of the 7 layers of hell. Nobody wants to go to the DMV. What are people thinking? This is Little Summer. Okay? This is Little Summer Wells.
Let's do it again so you guys can listen. And I want you to hear it. As soon as she says, I'm here, can I help you? Or what's going on? You'll hear it. You also hear Summer in the background saying, and help me. And he always tries to, Candace says, he always tries to hurt my daughter.
Hearing her little voice is so upsetting. Hearing her little voice is heartbreaking. And if Candace, or I'm just going to start calling her Little Warren, if Little Warren thinks someone is hurting Summer or keeps hurting Summer, then why didn't she get away? Why didn't Little Warren talk to Grandis and say, we've got to get out of here? You can clearly hear Summer screaming for help. Okay? Candace has no shits to give. All right? That comment I read to you from Peas in a Pod, I agree with her 100%. Candace became a new person. Little Warren Jr. became a new person after she knew that monkey was off her back. Little Warren did. Okay? She was at the water park. She was no longer worried about CPS coming. She knew she could control the boys. Even with them in state custody in foster homes, Little Warren knew they weren't going to say a word. But we're dicking around with the DMV and Fred the newlywed. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is just crazy. Who is the real culprit here? Is it Little Warren? Or is it everybody else that they keep throwing spaghetti up the wall waiting for it to stick?
I'm no rocket scientist, but here's what it sounds like to me.
I loved when Upchurch used to talk about Little Warren. And he would say, this woman in the Confederate flag hat, I can tell you right now what happened. He stayed away from true crime. Now, he got mad at me on my show about Kylie Rodney. But that's kind of when I don't think he was taking what he was supposed to take.
If the little girl got abducted like this, it was planned. And I'll tell you how.
If the little girl got abducted like this, then it was planned.
I would love to go to a concert.
Okay, let me go back to this picture real quick. All right, look at her right there on the screen. Okay. Now look at Big Papa. Same eyes, same nose, same mouth. Okay. Look at Big Papa there. Now look at Little Warren. Now listen, I am no geneticist. I am no doctor. But I can tell when people resemble each other. Okay? So there's Little Warren. Look at the mouth. Look at the nose and look at the eyes. Then there's Warren. So when people talk about how slow Little Warren is, that's not slow, my friends. That's called incest.
We skydiving there looking ass. When you want to go, I'ma send you. When you want to go. For real, man.
You gonna go with me?
Well,
I went skydiving with Rocky Mountain climbing. Two boys all the full day and I love you.
Summer's problems started way before Summer was born. Way before. They started with her grandmother. They started with her mother. They started with Uncle Warren. And then it was like a volcano once little Warren met Dawn. Because then shit really went crazy. Because you have bad and badder.
She was bragging about how they were going camping and she was going to have all this fun and everything. And that was the thing. That was her mindset, going camping, going hanging out with friends, bragging about it. When the third search happened, and I sent her the pictures of the concrete little bridge there that was the picture taken by, I think it was TBI or Hawkins, where whoever put out that third search where they had just the few people and the dogs. I said, you know where this is? She said, I don't know and I don't care. They ain't gonna find her. And that really, I was like, wow.
You're afraid of bears, though, right, little Warren? Warrenette? Aren't you afraid of bears? But you love going camping. You love going fishing. But you don't love going to look for your daughter. Does anyone ever look for something that they know where it's at? I know where OJ is right now. I don't need to look for him. I couldn't find the remote control today to the TV in the front. And I'm looking between the couches, the couch cushions, Greg's chair, found it behind the pillow. Go figure. Little Warren wasn't worried because little Warren already knew what was going on. Hence why there was no panic. None. Hence why, if you look at the title of the show, criminals pass polygraphs. Now, some people will say, well, Chris Watts didn't pass his polygraph. Chris Watts committed a heinous crime. But before that, he wasn't a criminal. Okay? Career criminals, people that like what they do, have no issue with sitting down with authority and putting on that cuff and getting through it. If anybody over the weekend, last night, whatever, watched the whole Ed Gein thing, or if you watched the series about Jeffrey Dahmer, you're going to know what I'm talking about. They have a very different response to stress than people that feel real remorse and guilt do. Okay? When that man's blood pressure stayed 100% normal, he volunteered a polygraph. His pulse was 78 the whole time. Okay? Chris Watts was shitting his britches. He's a horrible person. He did a horrible thing. But there's a difference between a career criminal, someone that's A-okay with what they do, and someone that knows, damn, I messed up. Angel P said these people are everywhere, not just in Tennessee. The Wells are not from Tennessee. We don't claim them. Good point. Good point. Exactly. So no, we're not going to go around saying, oh, this is because of Tennessee. Brooks, they all live like that in Tennessee. They all live like that in Tennessee. Brooks, you know what you're talking about. You never even been to Tennessee. Brooks, you know what you're talking about. I wouldn't go to Tennessee. You couldn't give me anything in Tennessee. Shut up. Shut up. It's one of the richest states in our country. Okay? Richest freaking states. You think Muscles and Mascara is married to her brother? You think Lisa Aldridge is married to her brother? You think Angel P is married to her brother? Some of the finest people I've ever known are from Tennessee. Now, if you want to come to Western Oklahoma, I'll show you some real shit. Okay? Then we can talk. All right. Even though Candace is gay now, and she's with Butterfly in West Virginia. Some people say she's not. She says she is. Don't know. Don't care. Supposedly Dawn is with a black woman named Karen. Can't make it up. Okay? Can't make it up. But before there was Dawn, and before there was a guy named Andrew, all of the names keep coming back around. She had this dude. He met her at a homeless shelter. He got her one of those body sprays from the dollar store that costs $1. You know, that Wind song? And sprayed her down, and they started getting busy.
Pretty good. Thank you for taking my call. I'm a reporter covering the Summer Wells case. Are you familiar with that case?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, she's a missing 5-year-old that went missing out of Tennessee 2 years ago, June 15th.
Hold on. We have breaking news. Breaking news from the chat. Lisa A said, quit spilling my secrets. Quit spilling my secrets. Poppy Red Mustang said, hey, I like Wind Song. I do too, but I've never had to spray it on a homeless shelter. And I've never had this guy spray it on me. Okay? Don't tell anyone about Lisa A. She said, quit spilling my secrets.
2021, Candace Bly, who is known as Candace Wells, and her husband, Donald Wells, were pretty much, you know, that's the parents. A lot of people speculate that they could be the suspects. Donald Wells.
Hold on. Helen said, where's Kathy Marsh lately? Anyone? You mean Lisa K. Ruett's best friend? I don't know. You'd have to ask the all-knowing Lisa K. Ruett's. Supposedly, that's her best friend, or someone who is her friend. She's got so many friends. I don't know. But the minute that shit heated up, old Kathy Marsh got gone. She got gone. And I don't mean got gone like Dawn says. I mean got gone off the internet.
We're pretty much, you know, that's the parents. A lot of people speculate that they could be the suspects. You know, they're not cooperating with investigators. The reason why I reached out to you is because, you know, obviously I know you're not involved with Candace now, but how did you know Candace?
She was my girlfriend.
Oh, she was your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I can smell the beard from here. I can smell it.
Where did you meet her at?
She lived in Arkansas.
Oh, did she? Where was she working at the time?
She wasn't.
Oh, she wasn't working. How did you meet her? I'm just curious, you know.
I just met her just driving around. She used to stay at a homeless shelter.
Oh, she was staying at a homeless shelter.
I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many spaces. Raise your hand if you've ever dug one up at the homeless shelter after following them from the damn carnival. Now I've got that song in my head. Looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love at the homeless shelter, buying some Windsong and dressing her up, and then going to Pound Town with Little Warren.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then me and her got together, and then she moved in with me.
Oh, you guys lived together?
Yeah.
Interesting. How long were you guys together for?
Shit, probably about a year and a half.
Oh, really?
I still talk to her occasionally on Facebook.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What do you guys talk about? You just how you
Just
doing?
talk.
And she didn't tell you what was going on with her daughter?
No, I didn't know anything about it.
Okay, so her and the ex Boo Boo, they talk on Facebook quite a bit, but she never mentioned Summer is missing. She told Marlena before Summer was even reported missing. She told Allie, she told Hunter. But when she talked to this dude, she doesn't mention that Summer's missing. That is some body spray. That is some body spray. That's like that shit in the Men in Black where you put in someone's eye and it like erases their memory.
Wow. When was the last time you spoke with Candace?
That's probably been a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. So was it before June of 2021?
It was before me and my ex-wife got back together, which has been at least 6 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. So what was Candace like? I'm just curious of what was Candace like back then?
No, she's just a normal person. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with her.
No. Did you No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We were just young at the time.
She was what?
We were young at the time.
Yeah. I mean, how old were you guys both?
Like 20, 21.
Oh, 20, 21. Did you guys try to have kids together?
No.
No. Interesting. Did you know about this Don Wells? Did you know who Don Wells is?
I know she's married, but I've never talked to him, met him, or anything like that.
Man, because that little girl is missing, and everyone's trying to figure out maybe someone that might know her might know some information that could help find Summer Wells.
I don't know anything about the missing child or anything.
What was the Walmart stuff all about? What was that about? I know it's kind of petty.
We were just young and shoplifting.
Oh, so she was shoplifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where else did she shoplift?
What did Jody Sue always call Andy's new wife? The side dish, coleslaw. Okay. So the normal Lil Warren, she's just normal, and she's just a side piece. So I guess we can call her coleslaw now. We was just young and shoplifting. Oh, okay. Sounds normal to me.
Do what?
Where else did she shoplift? What was she shoplifting?
Oh, I don't even remember. That was years ago.
Question from the chat. Miss K, wasn't she barred from a Walmart? Yes, in East Tennessee. She threatened to go boom on it. That's the reason she's on the government watch list.
Yeah. Like they said she was in the carnival. Was she ever in the carnival that you know about?
Not that I remember or recall or anything.
Yeah. So why'd you guys break up?
We just went our separate ways.
Like, was it on good terms or bad terms?
No, it was on good terms. We were still friends.
Did she ever like come down to Arkansas to meet you later on, like years later at all?
No, I moved out of state.
Oh, okay.
I left state, she left state, and we just went our separate ways.
How did you guys meet? Like how? Like where did you meet at?
We met in Arkansas.
Like at a
You know, you idiot. Okay, so this guy got married to his wife way after Candace. Okay. Now then, Can't. Soon after this guy and the shoplifting at the Walmart, she met Dawn. Pam Wells saw her out there playing bomb pop with Dawn on the front porch and kicked him out. And they went to Tennessee. That's the love story. You guys remember the bomb pops? Where you have the red on top, the blue in the middle, and the white at the bottom? It is gross, Cammie. These are gross people.
like a restaurant, or you just was just like, I'm just curious.
We knew it was the same people.
Oh, okay. Rode around with the same people.
We met through other friends.
Yeah. Now I appreciate the talk. I'm just trying to get some understanding of who these people are because their daughter is like missing, and you know the police are saying that they're not cooperating. A lot of people like myself think they're suspects. Definitely the father. Definitely Don Wells. I was told is a suspect. Not so sure about Candace. You there? Yeah, you're kind of fading away from me. I see you.
Right now I'm at work. But...
Yeah.
So why would they be a suspect in kidnapping their own child?
Well, their daughter just went missing. They never said it was a kidnapping. Their daughter's just missing. Like Candace was like one of the last people to see her own daughter. You should look it up. It's called the Summer Wells case.
I'll check it out and read up on it.
Yeah, because I'm trying to find out, like, her character, if she has the tendency of doing bad things. And I saw an arrest record with you two, and I'm just like, hey, I'll just reach out.
Angie Baby wants to know what a bomb pop is. It was a common popsicle, we had years and years ago. And it was always like, can you get it all the way in your mouth down to the blue? And I was wrong. Okay, it's red, white, and blue. I thought it was red, blue, and white. But anyway, so when I say that Candace was playing bomb pop with Dawn, that's what I mean. And no, this is not the father of Candace's first two children. This is the guy that dug her out of the homeless shelter and bought that stuff from the Dollar General and got her all sprayed up and washed up, and then she met Dawn.
Talk to him. I'm sure he'll probably just want to talk, and you're cool, and I appreciate that.
And I'll reach out to her and see if she can tell me anything too.
Yeah, you should. But you know, if you know anything, definitely contact the Thor. If you ever see her, apparently she's in the Arkansas area now, but you said you don't even live there no more.
Nah, I've moved out of state.
You moved out of state. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably in Oklahoma. Anytime people from Arkansas act like they made a big move, it's always to the Ozarks of Missouri or to Oklahoma. Every now and then, they'll venture down to the northern tier of Louisiana, but they just seem to always find their way here. Every fucking time.
But yeah, Richard, but I appreciate your talk. I appreciate the talk, and thank you for the insight.
All right. No
All right,
problem.
take care, brother. Have a good day. Thank
Bye.
you. You too.
All right. Well. Now, if they really, really, really are going to go through, which, if I was a betting woman and I was in Vegas and had $1 million, I wouldn't even put $1 on anybody getting a polygraph test. Not one. Not one. We talked to the polygraph people 2 days in a row now. 2 days in a row. Yes, I had to throw my friend Shannon in the mud a couple times. That's okay. She knows how to take one for the team. We're good friends. Don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because, as they said, the examiner has a conversation with you, and then they develop the questions. Okay? Well, that's a bit different than law enforcement that knows exactly what they want to ask you. Fred knows way more than he says. Way more. The ever-changing stories and wanting to be relevant don't sit well with me.
Saying is, I knew that when I went to jail, what she was going to do and stuff. The second day I went to jail, I had Hawkins County to go do another sweep of 207 and 167 and 165. Even have pumped, having the septic pumped, everything.
Hate when this shit is so fast. Playback speed. I'm going to do that one. Come on.
And they did put up surveillance and stuff. That's how they know Karen was trying to set me up. On some.
Is that the Karen that Fred is with? Is he with Fred's sister? Candace says she's black. Fred don't have a black sister. Fred doesn't have a black sister. I'll tell you what, they need to start doing DNA tests on these people. I need to get Pat Kay on this. She's really got me into this ancestry thing right now. And I'm telling you, it's just about changed my life. Now, Pat doesn't agree with me on how my results are going to come out. But I'm telling you, swab their asses. Fred don't have a black sister. But is that the Karen that Don is with?
Those cases as well. I'm not stupid by no means.
I'm not stupid by no means. I like those taters with mustard. You got those French fried taters with mustard? You got any of those French fried taters with mustard?
Just because he sounds like Forrest Gump doesn't mean it's stupid.
That's right.
Candace is seen that day walking off my office driveway. One of my friends, he come to see me that day, and I was gone. That was before we were still out from in the holler. And she was walking off my driveway before someone was reported missing. Then when they about septic tanks, you know, I got thinking, well, if there's a septic tank on top of here up there, they got to talk about their.
Look at this with me. Tell me I'm wrong.
Can I help you, sir? Can I help you, sir?
I kind of want something other to eat.
I'm not stupid.
Well, what would you like?
Mama Bear, did you get my messages? Now, I can't look at messages when I'm doing a show. I'll check it after.
You got any biscuits for sale in there?
Got any biscuits, Ziggy? Got any biscuits, Ziggy?
Well, no, this here's a Frosty Cream. We don't serve biscuits. We got a lot of other stuff, though.
What you got in there is good to eat.
What you got in there it's good to eat, Ziggy?
Well, we got Big Chief Burgers, Bongo Burgers, Footlongs, Corny Dogs, Frosty Shakes, Creamy Bars. Did you want me to go through the whole list?
Reckon what you like to eat in there?
Well, the French fries are pretty good.
French fried potatoes?
Got any French fried potatoes, Ziggy?
Yep, French fries.
How much you want for them?
Well, they're 60 for the medium and 75 for large.
I reckon I'll have me some of the big ones.
All right, then one large French fries.
And that's about all they're going to get when they do a lie detector with Fred or Andy or all the above.
Almost one day, you know.
Yeah.
Everything is in here.
Yeah, because there is a septic tank. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's crazy. See, I've got a septic tank. I build a house. I've got my septic and everything already in. And the little kids, do whatever, you know. But
It is exposed. So it's pretty easy to get to.
yeah, I mean, this driveway goes right by it up there. If you're going up on the hill, up there was the house. But we were somewhere, and somebody mentioned that, you know, that she said it, or Dawn or somebody said that she put her in a septic tank, and I was like, can't be.
Dawn said she put her in a city, and I was like, that can't be. Now, what he's talking about is how they were searching septic tanks. So you can't tell me they didn't search for Summer. I understand the corruption stories and the frustration. There has been an epic search for Summer, the most costly in the state of Tennessee. And if you're from Tennessee, tell me one, except for Heidi Bobo, because that one was super expensive for you guys. Summers was very expensive.
It's better not that.
Wow.
I think that's what I was thinking, you know.
So you never heard about anybody having fentanyl patches?
What?
Fentanyl patches like around here?
It's always good at
The same two officers, and you would come out there. It would always be those two, and you write them back and show them. So you guys would just go around, and what would they ask you? Like, I haven't really asked you. I mean, like, what would they say? Like, show us just, you know.
Well, I just tell them that about certain places and stuff. They'd ask if no, within just like wells in the area, any septic tanks that wasn't documented and stuff. And
wells, not the wells, but actual wells go into the ground. They searched those with drones, and they went through the septic systems.
tell them where everyone that I knew of it was, and all the wells was that I knew of, and all abandoned houses and stuff.
do know that there was others asked, right, to record.
I was gonna say they probably asked others.
Yeah. Yeah, we do know of one who was the
I know Dave Britt was asked and denied to take it through any kind of recording stuff.
yeah, David Britt was asked and he denied doing it, and that was kind of done on purpose to see how he would react.
Yeah, that was a
Well, David Britt, I don't think there's anything there. They brought his name up quite a bit. His woman had an affair, if you want to call it that, with Dawn. Okay? And guess who had no shits to give about it? Guess who had no shits to give? That Don was getting his wick wet with another woman. That one. Little Warren. Little Warren did not care.
Because he was one of the main suspects at the beginning. I mean, they were focused on him big time. David Britt.
I've never heard.
Sickening. Sickening. Now back to who needs to fess up, speak up, talk up. I'm going to go back to Dawn, Candace, and Grandis. I'm really tired of the Fred and Andy drama. It is deflection away from what has happened to little Summer Wells.
All this about good people and Christian, keeping people out there. Thank you. Thank you.
I guess this is probably as good a time as any, Don, to read your statement. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go, guys. To everyone out there helping to seek and find Summer, thank you, and God bless you all. I have been learning light overtakes and blinds darkness, the same way love overtakes and destroys hate.
Don didn't write that shit. Tim Mullen did. Okay? And Don has something that he is shooting under his toenail on the toilet.
One's own heart. Sometimes we get stuck on hate, and I do not understand why. Hate, unlike love, is only one subject leading nowhere. But love.
Hang on, was that Don's nipple?
Do not understand why. Hate, unlike love, is only one subject.
Ugh! Soak it in, girls. Suck it up, girls. Take that in. Holy crud. Whoa. That is a perky A cup right there. Way to go, Dawn. Way to go, Dawn.
Leading nowhere. But love leads everywhere, touches everyone, and has many subjects on so many different topics like kindness, caring, peace, happiness, support, etc. I am learning through this all the hate.
And there's little Warren, who's supposedly out searching for her daughter.
Hold on.
Good to go?
I just lost him.
Oh, no, we're here. We're here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Sorry, I just went to the room.
I am learning through this.
Yes, sir.
No worries. No worries, brother. I am learning. Where was I at here? I'm sorry, Don. I am learning this through all the hate, but mostly through all the love, kindness, caring, and support being pulled together to help search and
Yeah, you're the real Maya Angelou of East Tennessee. Tim wrote this.
find my daughter, Summer Wells. Summer was kidnapped on June 15th, 2021. That was the start of our nightmare. No one on this earth should have to ever endure, but many of us are enduring it. It needs talked about and addressed ASAP due to the fact the issue is getting worse by the second. Since the abduction of my beautiful daughter, at least 15 other children have been reported missing. Would I have known this information if my daughter had not been directly victimized at the hands of her kidnapper? The answer is most likely not. I also ask how many of you obtained this information before hearing it directly from me. One might think, well, It doesn't affect me because I don't live in Tennessee or I don't live in their direct area. However, you are greatly mistaken in underestimating the evil at hand here. These are kidnappers. These kidnappers have various forms of transportation when they get that sick urge to kidnap. No child is safe anywhere. I wonder how many innocent children have been kidnapped prior to Summer, and if her abduction could have been prevented if law enforcement would have brought these deviant behaviors and criminal acts to light. Children are a gift from God, and as parents, we unconditionally love our children.
Then why did little Lauren say to Jinkies that she was worried about an SA charge?
Only wanting the best from them, for them, and to protect them from these types of individuals. A lot of parents don't know what it's like to miss their child sitting next to them, talking with them, laughing with them, hugging them, kissing them, and watching them become the beautiful person God made them to be and permitted you to be a part of, but a lot of parents do. And if we don't do something about it now, a lot more parents will know this feeling in the near future. I am so thankful my daughter's kidnapping has gotten out in a big way, with everyone helping to seek and find her. As a society, we must come together and start doing more to stop evil predators from kidnapping our children by demanding better, stronger, and stiffer laws be put into place for this type of heinous crime. I want and need my little girl returned home so bad because she should not have ever been stolen from us in the first place. Summer belongs to me and my wife. But like so many other children in this country, she was kidnapped. And by God only knows what type of sicko kidnapper. People are asking us to talk about our daughter, and I have really been trying, but the hurt and pain from this type of loss is so deep and painful, I cannot even find words to explain it. It puts a knot in your throat, pain in your chest, tears in your eyes, and totally destroys your mind to the point you want to scream out to God for solace. It is a walk through hell that keeps you feeling sick in so many different ways. There is no way of keeping up with it. And I think if I'm going through all of this, how much more is my wife going through that carried and gave birth to our sweet daughter 5 years?
This is sickening. There's no kidnappers. The TBI already said. The FBI card unit already said she was not abducted. I know some people will say, oh, they're wrong. Brooks, the police can be wrong. Yes, they can. And as evidence unfolds, as they always say, everything's on the table. Okay? But he stayed the hell away from Ben Hill Hell that day because he knew something was going down, because it had to go down that day. Had to. Candace's own words. To get out of a neglect and endangerment charge, they would just sign the boys over. But she was worried about an SA charge.
Years ago. So please do not hold it against us for not being able to just open up and talk about our daughter like nothing has happened. Something has happened. Our daughter has been kidnapped, and it truly is the worst nightmare any parent on this earth could ever endure. And listening to all the haters on YouTube attack us, along with others directly attacking us in public, through the mail, calling our phones, and even some showing up to attack us upon our own land. It just adds so much hurt and more pain upon us. I am really trying to put a statement together about Summer in hopes of letting everyone understand who Summer is, and hopefully will be once we find her. But I just keep breaking down tears. Sometimes I fear I cannot stay strong enough to be the support my wife and boys are needing throughout all of this. Please pray for Summer and keep praying until God Almighty helps us find her. Thank you all for keeping this case alive and moving forward in finding my little girl. You do not know how truly grateful me and my wife truly are for all your love, kindness, and real support. But we pray God will bestow it upon your understanding. God bless you all, and thank you again. But Benny, thank you for being a real friend. God bless you, my brother. God bless you, and thank you so much. There it is, guys. Sorry, Don.
That was so awesome. Thank you, Benny, for reading that. I could never read it like you, brother.
I felt
I
like
just
I
couldn't-
wasn't
I
reading
can't
like you. Well, Don, I appreciate that, Don, and I know that there's a lot of other people that appreciate that as well. And it has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with us. It has to do with your daughter, and that's the first thing. That's the first thing.
God has given you a voice, bro, for sure.
Absolutely. Anything else you'd like to say?
God bless you all.
As he's getting off the toilet. God bless you all. Birdie's crime chat. Hi, Brooks and all. I heard a rumor Dawn is with someone else. Is that really true? According to them, it's true. But you never know with those people. You just never know. Lisa Liza said, Brooks, thank you. This is the moment I stopped giving them the benefit of the doubt, taking a crap and shooting up during a tribute to your daughter. My soul weeps. I agree. Well, y'all, I'm going to be back here in about an hour to talk about a very disturbing case out of Georgia where a beautiful, beautiful little boy was killed while in a babysitter's care. So you all come back here, hit your notifications, and I will see you in an hour. Good question, Ellie Mae. Did he use toilet paper? Nope. And I didn't hear a flush. Nope. And I did not hear a flush. You know what they say, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. But I don't think they have those rules at the Wells house. All right, I'll see you guys back here in an hour. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you, Kat. Thank you to all the new members. Thank you for continuing to be here for Summer Wells. And you guys are the absolute best. I'll see you back here in roughly an hour. You are the best.